All right, I think we can hear your background, Marshall. You got some music or something going?
Oh, damn. I got you. Yeah, hold on. Let me turn the channel real quick.
All right, Kyle, you don't sweat. Don't sweat. We'll get it popping in a second. We will get it popping in a second. Yep. Waiting for my co-host, my other host, to jump back on the screen, and then we're gonna get started. Everybody, one second.
Good to go.
All right, we are live and we in the building. Shalom, Israel. Y'all know who it is and what it do. Captain K, the Goggle Bar, under Commander General YAHANNA. And I got my right hand man, my heavy hitter out of the ATL. You understand? Hey, even though this is Sharp and Sword Radio, this still STATL Connect. This still St. Louis and Atlanta connected. God damn it. You hear me? So, but look, we finna get it on. But look, my brother, he had to turn the music. I was looking for the music. He was over there serenading them. You know how he do. You know what I'm saying? He had that Luther going. If this world were mine, he had that Luther going over there. You understand?
There, right there.
No, I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah, look, we got to get these videos out. We got to get to our topic. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, y'all know sometimes I go over. You understand? I'll be the went over, and I'll be brought up all kind of shit, and I'll be talking your head off for about 3.5 hours. Look, but today, look, I'm gonna try to be on time today. All right, but we're gonna get into the first couple of videos real quick. We're gonna show, cause like I said, even though this is horror in the church. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody know we got different topics. We got horror in the church. We got church shenanigans. We got what's the other one? Church, the church, Christian church is a joke. You know what I'm saying? Just all kind of shit to show our people that the things that you are experiencing and you are seeing and that you are witnessing in the Christian church, you understand, is not of God. Okay,
Right.
none of that shit is of the Most High. It is ridiculous. Okay,
It's
it's
like if I
all.
could.
Oh, go ahead. I'll go ahead.
Now, it's like if I could just to add on to that, add on to that point you talking about, right? And the crazy thing about it, Cat, we ain't got to go searching for all these horrible things that's happening and happening to us and what's going on. It comes to you. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
all we doing is preaching prophet is broadcasting it and letting our people know what the hell is going on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When we see something happening to our nation of people here in the ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA, we are not letting it go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? We are going to say something about it. It is going to get addressed, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Salaki.
And that's a fact. And it should. Somebody should be talking about this, you know, because why aren't you? You know, everybody is so called what they call it, my shot of church hurt.
Yep, come
It's so
on.
many, yeah, it's so many of our people that's church hurt. Why in the hell aren't you talking about it? Why are you scared to say something about it? You know, but we are not. You know, all hypocrisy needs to be called the fuck out. We don't need to just, go anywhere and, you know what I'm saying, and just leave it alone. No, we need to turn around and we need to say something about it. We need to deal with
Right.
it.
Come
You
on.
know, we absolutely need to deal with this shit. And that's what we do in the ISUPK. We're not going to turn around and let none of this bullshit slide. You know, and why? Because it's deceiving our people. You got folks, my Charlotte, that's going to go sing and dance, and they think that that's of the Lord.
Right.
They think that that is of God, which is the most ridiculous shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? That is the most ridiculous shit in the world. Huh? Okay. What the brother Gabar Dodge just say? Put that
He
comment up
was
on the screen.
he was just saluting the brothers. Hold on, let me get back to it, sir.
I don't know. He just put one in there now. Not the salute, the
Oh, he
one
did.
in there now.
Oh, he put another one
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay,
You got to
come on
scroll
down
all the
here.
way down to the bottom.
I got you, sir. He said,
And
he said,
it's actually coming up on the side now too.
oh, okay. I can. It's faint. I
Yeah,
can see it, but it's faint. Okay, I got you,
yeah, but
Adamar.
it's cool. Yeah. But you can do that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Center and focus on it like what we're doing.
Okay,
You
come
know
on,
what I'm
kind.
saying? So what he say?
He said, whichever the place where the most crimes happen under false beliefs contrary to the Bible, believes contrary to the Bible. And then he came back and said, churches where the most crimes
Okay.
happens the contrary to the Bible.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, and he is not lying. And we got such a horrible crime that happened in the church, boy. That we finna talk about today. You know what I mean? A horrible goddamn crime that happened in the church, and y'all gonna be able to see just how nasty and filthy and disgusting these preachers really are, man. But first, let me play these couple of videos. Y'all know I got to play some of these videos. Is it up on the stage, Marshall?
Kind. Yeah, it popped right up now.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Okay,
can go.
yeah. Because I had to check the settings on that. I went through and was trying to adjust all this stuff. You know what I mean? To where it'll be less work on our end. You know, to where we can steady focus on
Okay, yeah. Most of
bringing out all the information. Okay, so let me play this one real quick. Check this one out. Look at the hoods, Don. Look at that. Look at the best man. Look at the best. Oh my
damn
god.
thing, Cap.
Stupid, man. This is so fucking stupid. Now, first off, let me say this. You
God
not
damn.
gonna fuck up my wedding ceremony with this motherfucking praise break bullshit. That you not gonna do.
Right.
You understand me? And then check this out. You better have that same fire when we get to the goddamn bedroom. You understand? To the honeymoon.
Right.
You understand me? You better do all that woo and yeah, and all that good shit. You understand? You better give it to me, girl, when we get in the honeymoon. All right.
Right.
And then look at the goddamn husband. He a punk too. He turned around and did that shit because his wife did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now he done got the Holy Ghost because her silly. And then look at the fucking best man. He really looks stupid over there. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, this is a wedding. Why are you doing this dumb shit at these people's wedding? At y'all wedding, number one? Like, damn,
Right.
this y'all wedding, and she want to act like she done got the Holy Ghost. They're about to break her heels, about to fall off and bust all the dress up. You understand?
Hey, Cap. Hold on, Cap.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, you know when I see that type of stuff, and you know these Christians have the highest divorce rate out of any goddamn body, Cap.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
wonder, are you gonna be doing if this? You know, the God done brought y'all and two together, and Cap, which you always say, if the Lord done brought it together, how can he take it? He ain't gonna take it apart, man. You know what I'm saying? How y'all gonna come apart and get divorced after y'all done caught the Holy Ghost at the wedding? Hey, in front of everybody, looking like she looked like a big old dumb fool, man. And then next thing you know, 2 months, we're gonna say 6 months, 8 months later, they're gonna be signing them divorce papers.
You already know they're gonna be having the marital problems. Gonna be having the marital problems, and then they're gonna turn around and be then got divorced due to what they call it, unreconcilable differences and all of that bullshit that the white man allows them to do and destroy their
Right.
marriage and destroy yet another family in their courthouses, in their city halls. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They're going to allow this couple to turn around and divorce. Ain't gonna be no Holy Ghost then. Ain't gonna be no Holy Ghost then. They're gonna turn around all this shouting and shit. That was just for show. You know, all this shit was just for show. They're gonna turn around and it's gonna be some shouting. It's gonna be what they call a screaming match. You understand? It's gonna be shouting and arguing. That's what it's gonna be.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
and it's terrible because when you look at the statistics of this, of our people getting married this way by going to get a certificate and having it at a church or having a pastor officiate your wedding or going to the courthouse, whatever it is, you get divorced. Over 80% of them, they get divorced right behind them. You know, they get divorced
It's a lot,
right
you Cap.
behind the marriage. And it 1 second word, this shit is really sad. Actually, when you think about it, is I know so many people. I heard family and friends and people that I grew up with that was couples. They was together forever until they went and signed that dotted line. Been together 10, 15, 18 years, and then went and signed the dotted line. And a short while after that, they was broken up. They was no longer together. I'm like, God damn, like what? After all this time, that's the only thing that y'all could think of to do was to divorce each other, was to
Right,
leave one
Cap.
another alone. Are you serious? Go ahead, Marshall.
Right, Cap.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a lot if I could, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I want to add on to that point. You look like you did something different. It looked the orientation of the how it's set up on YouTube. Did you change something on there? It don't
What
look
you mean? What it is the
it don't
camera
look
thing. It's
full on
the
the screen
camera
on
option.
YouTube. I got YouTube pull up.
It's the camera
Yeah,
option.
yeah, however you got it
It's
set
two
up.
different. It's two different options. One for people that's watching on their phone, and one for people that's watching on a computer or the TV. So what it does
Oh,
is it
okay.
changes the landscape, you know what I'm saying, or portrait for the viewer for whatever they watching on. That's a feature that they offer on the stream yard.
Okay. All right, come
Yeah,
on, so
yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
put me off. All
That's
right,
why you see that. That's why you see that second one on the side.
okay.
You don't see it on the screen that you're looking on. You don't see us in the big one, and then you see us in the small one to the left.
Yeah, I do. Okay, come on,
Yeah,
I got you.
it's showing you both layouts.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
it's
That
showing
kind
you
of put me
both
off.
layouts. Hey, look how listen. All this hard work we putting in, brother. We advancing in this bitch. You hear me? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
We got to move up the internet scale, the social media
Right.
scale. You hear me? We got to,
That's
hey,
right.
I turn around, like I said, I got to looking at these different options out, and we got to get up there. You
Damn
understand?
right.
It's for the viewers, it's for our people so that they can see. You understand? And like I said, versus them, being on their phone, if they watching portrait, or if they watching landscape, they'll be able to, what I'm saying, see us and be able to view everything. They won't miss nothing. You know what I mean? They won't miss a beat. All right.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
Cap was playing with a couple of options. Cap did upgrade us a little bit. Ain't that what Beyonce said she'll do when she come into man life? When some black women love black men, she upgrades you. You hear me? So
Upgrade you,
look,
Cap.
my Beyonce's Cap's Angels turned around and said they're gonna upgrade. You feel me? They said
Right.
they gonna upgrade me, Mashallah.
Hmm.
All right. So
Now,
let's see.
what I was gonna add on, Cap.
Oh, go ahead.
What I was gonna add on, before I ask you about the orientation of the screen or whatever. So you know how these two Christians in this church, right? They doing all that dancing and hooping and hollering and right before they did all that, hopefully right before that, they said to be with each other for sickness and health, richer for poor,
Mm-hmm.
uh, death do us part.
Yeah. For
So
better for worse. You forgot one.
better for worse. I forgot for better for worse.
For
Yeah, for
better
better
for
for
worse.
worse.
Don't forget that one. That's the big one right there, Mashallah. For
Yeah.
better or for worse. You can't forget that one, brother. And guess what? Our people, they turn around and marry that way, and still, I don't understand it. That going to go get married by those vows makes you a hypocrite. It makes you a hypocrite because in those vows, and you know, black women are the ones that say it the most. I've heard some brothers mention their vows, you know, said very lightly and slightly, but most of them is the women. And they're mentioning those vows that they made. And they said, look, I didn't vow for this. I made vows to God. No, yeah, you did. Do you realize what the vow said?
Right.
It said for better or for worse. And do you know what the Christian church allows their members to do? You know what the so-called white man allows brothers and sisters to do? Is to turn on that for better or for worse, to turn on that vow that they made to the Lord. They are able to be a complete hypocrite. That's what I call it, brother, when they doing too much. You understand? When you doing too much, you went from a hypocrite to a hypocrite. You understand? You done turned into a hypocrite. You doing too goddamn much. And that's what they do. That's what they're doing. You understand? You turn around and you say, hey, for better, for worse, you know, what they like to say when they get together. Oh, I don't care if you know what I'm saying, we got to sleep in a cardboard box together. It's us. We together. You remember hearing that? I remember hearing that hearing that back in the day, right? Look, I was a kid and I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters engaged, and you know what I'm saying? Cause look, I always, especially around my dad, you understand, I was always around him and his partners, and they be talking and they be macking on women. I'm sitting out there riding on my bike or on my skates or my skateboard or something, and I'm hearing them brothers mac and all this here, and they would talk all that good shit, boy, and they be, oh yeah, baby, we're gonna be together till the wheels fall off and all this. I'm like, wheels fall off. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking at my daddy Cadillac. I'm like, damn, is a lug loose or something? What is he talking about? I ain't even understand it. He turned around and said, we're gonna live in a cardboard box. I'm looking at this fat house my daddy got. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. We're going from this to a box, daddy. What you doing to us? You understand? I wasn't understanding it then. You understand? Because I was a kid. But I used to hear all that talk. And then as I gotten older, especially now, I don't know, none of our people live by that shit. Ain't nobody trying to ride with each other till the wheels fall off. Ain't nobody trying to, you know what I'm saying, live in a cardboard box with each other. They had to. And of course, all of those was metaphors. You understand? Just metaphorically speaking for our people saying that, hey, we together forever. Whatever we go through, we gonna stay together forever. You know what I mean? Come on with it, Marshall.
Hey Cap, don't forget, you know the new school, they say ride or die, right? You supposed to be riding with this person till you die. You know, that's like till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? They don't do it. They ain't riding or dying. They ain't doing it. Our people are so goddamn selfish. The only thing they care about is their happiness. So you come in between their happiness, you're making them unhappy. They're ready to cut off the relationship. Our people do not know how to deal with problems. Problems, when it comes before our people, the only thing we want the problem to do is what? Go away. We don't know how to deal with a problem. Because guess what? Some of your women, guess what? I'm sure a lot of them bitches is problems. I'm sure a lot of them is problems. You know what they do in the world? You know how brothers solve it in the world? Go upside their head.
Right.
You understand? Mashallah, I remember when 8 Ball and MJG came out. I forgot what song it was, but on one of their songs, they said, I think it was it the one Mr. Big? Damn, I can't hold on. I can't remember the name of the song. I'm trying to think. It's coming to me, but I don't want to mess it up. But the lyrics, I remember these all too well. The lyrics was, it said, real niggas believe in beating them hoes down, push their head into a wall till they hear that cracking sound. And brother, this is no lie. When that came out here in St. Louis, domestic violence in the hood shot through the roof, brother. No shit. That's all I was seeing and hearing was screams of horror and heads getting bashed up walls and bitches getting thrown downstairs, and bitches getting kicked in their stomachs. It was all, I'm telling you, the brothers that I grew up around, I'm like, God damn. I remember being a teenager. You understand? Trying to break up domestic shit. You hear me? I'm a kid. One of my cousins, right? Her husband, man, oh my God, this nigga was like Incredible Hulk. I'm talking about big like that nigga too, not like just strong. This nigga was big like him and everything. I remember me trying to stop him from murdering unaliving my cousin. You understand? I think I was about 14. You hear me? And this big old nigga boy turned around, kicked the door in, and then none of the other family even helped. You understand? I'm over my uncle's house, right? My uncle and auntie house. I'm over there with my cousin, man. We chilling. You understand? And turn around, this nigga, they kicked the door in. Nobody else even budged, even moved. Everybody else knew what the fuck was going on. They stayed out of it. But I know I go and I'm like, come on, cuz, don't do it, cuz. I'm trying to get this big man. What a waste of time. Do you understand me?
Right.
That nigga had my cousin all up in the air, boy. I'm telling you, throwing her everywhere, man. This nigga, I'm like, come on, let her go, cuz, let her go. Trying to get this nigga all over the goddamn place. This nigga throwing me everywhere, stepping on me and everything. I almost killed me in the process of me trying to help save my cousin. You hear me?
Right.
I'm telling you, that bullshit there, man. That domestic shit, it went through the roof. It went through the roof. I remember so many other brothers on the block that I grew up in, they was doing it too. You understand? They was doing it too. You know, for whatever their reason was. You know, so like I said, that's how our people solve their problems in the world. Them brothers out there in the world. That's how they solve their problem. They turn around and go right upside your head if they have a problem with you. You understand? They haven't learned how to control themselves. They don't have any discipline. The same with these sisters. When a lot of these sisters have issues, what is their thing to go do? The first thing that they think to go do is to go give that old stinky tail to somebody else. They think that's gonna solve the problem, going to another man. When every man you get with, you're gonna have some problems with. Hell, you a problem your goddamn self. You a problem too. You understand? So guess what? Two problems in the world are trying to come together and be in a happy relationship. All this shit that you deserve to be happy. Oh, I done heard that so many times. I'm tired of hearing that, my shop. What the hell they deserve to be? Why do you feel you're so deserving of being happy when you ain't bringing no happiness to the table? Like, what are we talking about here?
So like you, sir.
Come on with it.
Yeah, like you said, like they complain about their happiness, right? But you think I'm happy? You think I'm happy fussing with your ass every goddamn day? Do you honestly think that I'm happy as hell? I'm over here just smiling and cheesing, and I got to deal with you cussing me out, talking shit, all that. You think I'm happy?
Yeah,
I'm
happy with
too.
That.
You know,
I'm happy with you cussing me out. I'm happy with you not making me a turkey sandwich when I ask you to tell you, baby, I'm hungry. And you tell me go fix your own damn sandwich. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm real happy, man. I'm just the happiest ever. Yeah. The whole house, the whole family. I remember, my Charlotte, before we started a podcast and radio show, I had this call in line, right? And this sister that called in on one of our topics about relationships had expressed and told us all about how she dealt with her man and her relationship. This broad said, if she ain't happy, her husband ain't gonna be happy, her kids ain't gonna be happy, ain't nobody gonna be happy. That's what she said. I said, God damn. And do you know something, my Charlotte? That's exactly how it really plays out. Nobody, especially our sisters, brothers do it too, but our sisters do it more. Because of this so-called happiness that you feel that you deserve, nobody else can be happy. You're not even realizing that the person that you claim you want to make you happy, you're making him unhappy with your unhappiness. You know, Then you making the kids got to sit and watch you two argue all day and all night.
Right.
The kids got to be told that the mama don't like what the daddy doing, or your daddy a piece of shit. Because I haven't seen very many. I've seen some. I've seen a few, very few, that have done the same thing that I'm saying to the woman, to where they talk about the woman, and in front of the kids, or to the saying to the kids. Very few. They have done it. But I've seen and heard more women do that than I have men, to where they having full conversations with the child, and that's their daddy. They don't want to hear that shit about you or the guy they daddy. They just want to be loved by you. They just want to turn around and be happy little kids. That's what they want. They want to be fucking happy. They children. You understand? That's all the hell they know. That's a child's way of thinking. It's just only want to be happy. Children can have that because they are children, and they don't know that. Guess what? This life don't just come with just happiness. Goddamn it. That's not what life is about. But a lot of these sisters, that's what they think. And so what do? First thing they do is go get with them another man. And then you know what they not in that next relationship, mashallah? They not happy in that one either. Right. They are not happy in that relationship either. And then you know what? When they break up with them from that one, they get with the next one, they're not happy in that one either. They're not happy in a lot of these relationships, but we're gonna definitely get to that. So let me play this other video real quick.
Hey, Salaki, out of one. Check your message. I just sent you a message, sir. Check your message.
on my phone?
Yeah, come on, sir.
Okay. Which one you sent it on? The 393 or the 626? Hold on, I'll check it. Let me see. Yeah, that's fine, mashallah. That's how the view is. We good. Soon as I stop sharing this video, it'll go back. You'll see it. All right.
Okay, come on.
Let's take a look at it tonight. Let's go.
You are about to dance for your cousins.
All right.
Because
you're not ready for this.
Yeah. But the Holy Spirit said tonight, if I can trust your legs, he said to tell you, I'll bring him out of it before the end of the month. If I can get...
So this is all that the Lord requires of you. Is if you want a blessing from him, he just wants to know if he can trust your legs, meaning dance. You know what I'm saying? This is all that God is. Are you Christians not stupid? You got to be. You got to be. You got to be, because the Most High is not concerned with your legs and you dancing and twerking for him. He don't want to see you Nina pop. The fuck is wrong with you? He don't want to see you swag and surf. He don't want to see you know what I'm saying? He don't want to see none of that shit. Like, this is a shame that this is what our people have failed for. And you see, they falling for over and over and over again, mashallah. They fall for this nonsense over and over and over again. And this is horrible. This is terrible. I hate that this is the type of foolishness that our people is falling for. This man claimed that he got a word from God, and the word from God was he's going to restore your family member as long as you dance, as long as I can trust your legs. As long as I can trust your legs. And what's so sad, what's even sadder than that, is that the people don't see that the pastor don't look at you as actual members of his congregation. He looks at you as a bunch of fucking idiots. That's what he looking at you as to even make up some shit like that and tell you, you know what, brother, young brother back there, and you know that was all made up anyway. You understand? The little brother know how to dance, and he sat way in the back. All this was orchestrated for him to do just what he did. You understand? Was for him to swag and surf all the way from the back of the goddamn church until he got up to the front. This is ridiculous. And like I said, I hate that our people keep falling for this bullshit. You know, over and over and over again. Let's get to the last video, and then we're gonna jump to the topic.
It's a lot of our could, sir.
This one, come on with it, Marshawn.
So let me guess. If you in a wheelchair, you asked out. If you hold on. I'm trying to put it in perspective, Cap. Hold on, Cap. If you're in a wheelchair, if you missing a leg, if your foot got amputated because you got a disease, you just, hey, the Lord just ain't dealing with you, period, man.
Hey, you don't get no blessing, dog.
You don't get nothing.
You don't get no blessing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, hey, his prophecy gonna be, hey, listen, you right there in that wheelchair, but if God said if he could just trust your wheels, so you got to turn around, you gotta start spinning around, you gotta do that shit where they have the two front wheels on the back wheels, on, you know what I'm saying? You lean on back and you kicking your shit, you know what I'm saying? You got to do some stunts in their wheelchair to show them that, hey, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then you roll on up to the front, you keep on going and then turn around, do some circles all in front of the fast. Yes. Hey, you silly as hell. Hey, you asked out if you ain't got no legs, because God want to see you twerk.
Yeah.
He wants to see you twerk, man. So you just don't get no blessing according to the Christian church. This is stupid, man. This stuff is stupid. And I hate, like I said, that they even pushing this garbage on our people over and over and over again, man. You know, God, can he trust your legs? Can I trust that you gonna obey me? That's what the Lord is concerned about. The Most High is concerned about you keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, not you twerking in front of the pastor. Not you leaning with it and rocking with it. Right. You understand? That's not what the Most High is concerned with. And this is what's going to keep us in this condition. Is it you doing this kind of mess? You understand? Absolutely. And on top, damn right. And on top of that, Mashallah, check this out. Look at this one right here, brother. Check this one. Okay, we don't even need to hear the gospel music for this one. We know where she at. She is in the church. Can you see what she is doing? His sister is rolling a blunt up in the church. You understand? Like, come on, man. Come on, now. Do you not know? And listen now. Wait a minute. Okay, stop. Hold on. There goes some more bullshit. Look at it. You see that? Boy, let me stop it. See, there go the sheep. Anyway, crazy, I cut it off because it's going into another video. But they turn around and they dragging the women and the men that's falling in between the seats out in the aisle and throwing sheets on them. You understand? Insane. This is insane. But back to the video. This is where it goes down there in the church. This is where drug addicts are made in the Christian church. This is where weed heads and stoners and pill poppers and meth heads and crack heads and dope fiends and what else they call them? What else they call them? Whatever the hell. Junkies. All of this shit. You goddamn junk. That's where junkies are made at, mashallah, in the Christian church. You understand? She's rolling the dope in the Christian church. She ready to fire up in the Christian church. And you know what's gonna happen? If she did fire up, they're gonna say, "Hey, pass me that, Sister Jones. Let me hit that real quick." And then you want some can Deacon pastor, deacon.
Right.
He gonna pass the blunt around out. Before you
Right.
know it, the whole place gonna be high as hell.
And Cap, if I could, real quick, sir.
Go ahead.
For her to be that open with it, this ain't her first time doing this. She got to be
no.
known for rolling up a blunt in the
Oh,
church.
yes, sir. She got that dope.
Yeah.
They know she got that dope. They know it. And she know right when to roll it too. When everybody's standing up, when everybody paying attention for the start the praise break. You know how they do. They start them off slow anyway. You understand? And they turn around and for some odd reason they crank it up and turn it up on. And before you know it, the beat going and everybody dancing and freaking out. You understand? Losing their goddamn mind. So hey, she know what she's doing. She know exactly what she's doing. Yep. So that's crazy. But let's go on and jump into this story about this sister, right? Latasha Daniels. She ended up unaliving her pastor boyfriend. I forgot the man name, Bross or something like that. I forgot how you pronounce that brother name, but they gonna say it. Let me pull this up on the screen real quick. Yeah. Oh, and I did put the link up there. Let me put it up here again for anybody that wants to come up. You understand? I'm gonna put it in there again. Bam. There it is. If you got any questions, anybody want to, say comment, whether you for us or against us, whatever it is, y'all can come on the stage and let's get it. All right. And okay, let me get back to it. Pull this up. All right. So now we're going to get off into the topic where this sister here unalive her lover, her pastor lover. You understand? And what she claimed was she went to go and unalive herself in front of him. But as you and we're not gonna play the whole video because all of the videos are over, I want to say an hour long, but we are going to skim through it and we're going to bring out a lot of the vital parts of this right here. So we're going to play this one. All right. We're going to start this one real quick. Let me get it. Hold on one second.
Did you watch him and Tabitha have sex?
No.
Was Tabitha ever invited to watch you and Brodus have sex?
No.
Were you comfortable with the concept of a watcher?
No.
This is the story of a married pastor named Brodus Perry, a 36-year-old man who met a tragic end at the hands of his side chick, Latasha Daniels. Latasha came to his home after Pastor Brodus broke up their secret affairs to kill him in the presence of his wife. She continued yelling, "You broke my heart," while she pumped bullets into his body while his wife watched helplessly. He was a dedicated pastor and a third-generation leader at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, Tennessee. But behind his image as a spiritual guide, there was a hidden side, one that would lead to a violent and heartbreaking end.
Latasha Daniels is accused of firing several shots at Perry, the executive pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. The police report states Mrs. Perry let Daniels in their apartment late Thursday because she was a known acquaintance from Little Rock, Arkansas. The pastor apparently showed up 30 minutes later. His wife said Daniels began firing, shouting, "You broke my heart," as she was being escorted out of the couple's home. At one point, Daniels even began to reload the gun. Mrs. Perry was shot in the shoulder while checking on her husband, and police arrived in time to arrest Daniels at the scene.
Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. Pastor Brodus Perry was a young...
Okay, so real quick, when they first started off, they was getting to the point about the questions where they was asking the sister about the wife, because notice that they said that the wife had let her in the home because she was a well-known acquaintance of theirs, right? And now this wife, and I kind of don't want to jump ahead, you know what I'm saying? But this wife, the wife the damn side chick and the pastor were all pieces of garbage. They were all pieces of garbage. This guy was a homosexual. You understand? The chicks were lesbians. These were not men and women of God. They were all pieces of garbage. This is what you would describe as something that God hates. That's a whole lie that the church teaches, that God, he loves the sinner, but he hates the sin. That's a goddamn lie. Mashallah, give me that scripture for me, please, brother. Before we continue, let me show you just how much God hates both the sinner and the sin. It's in the Bible. You can start at give me the one in Psalms 4 and is it Psalms 4 and 4 or Psalms 5 and 4? I think it might be 5 and 4. Try 5 and 4 out. Give me the one in Psalms.
Psalms 5 and 4.
Okay.
It says in the book of Psalms, chapter 5 and verse 4, for thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee.
Stop right there. Read that again, brother. Nice. Start from the top. Because I want them to hear and understand what's being read to them. Because that is a whole lie that God is just thrilled with you and your nasty ass and all of the sins that you commit, that you are so blessed and you are so highly fucking favored. It is a lie, and you need to get that shit out of your head. Read it again. Nice and slow, brother.
Sir. In the book of Psalms, chapter 5 and verse 4, for thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall.
So God, he is not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness. And wickedness is you doing the opposite of his commandments. When he said not to be a homosexual and a lesbian, and you being one, now there's a what them old folks used to say back in the day, my shot, don't get on my bad side. Don't get on God's bad side.
Right. Yeah.
Right. If you want to get on his good side, because there's a side that you could get on. You can get on his good side by you not being a homosexual or a lesbian. And you can get on his bad side by being a homosexual or a lesbian. Right? God said not to eat certain animals and claim it for food. Right? You can get on his good side and you cannot eat those animals that he told you not to eat, such as pork and shrimp and crab and lobster and alligator and catfish and shellfish, right? And all that other shit that you claim is delicacies following after the white man. You can be on his good side and not eat that. Or you can be on his bad side and you can eat it. Go and indulge. Go to Joe's Crab Shack. Go to the Crab Fest. Go to whatever the hell crab. But yeah, go there. Go to Red Lobster and order shrimp and scampi. Right? Go ahead. And you'll be on his bad side. Okay? It's a lot of things that the Most High said not to do and to do. Right? So guess what? You pick your side. And God is not a God that has pleasure in wickedness. Keep going.
Sir. Salaki, neither shall evil dwell with thee.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5.
Okay, so listen. So every Christian pastor and bishop and reverend and deacon and usher and member claims that I know me some Jesus. I know the Lord. I love God, right? And they claim they with him every day. They talk to him every day. What the Bible just say, Mashallah?
Sir. It says, for thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee.
No, you're not. You are an evil individual. And what make you think that God is with you or you're with him, vice versa, when you are doing all of the things that he said not to do? When you turn around and put your child on punishment, do you still take them to Chuck E. Cheese? Even though they're on punishment? We ain't going no such place. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with you Christians' head, but it's all jacked up. Y'all heads is all jacked up.
Right.
And you don't think right at all. You think that you can do whatever filthy and nasty thing. This man said that this pastor was dedicated to his church and his members and his people. No, he was not. This video is going to show you what he was dedicated to. And it was his demons. It was his nasty, perverted, and sick lust of him wanting to have threesomes with his wife and his freak cohort. You understand? Right. Wife a freak hoe too. You understand? That's what you're going to see. That's what he was devoted to. He wasn't devoted to God and the work of the Lord. This dude was devoted to nastiness. He's a disgusting individual. He's gone now. You understand? And he didn't pay for his sins. And ain't the point why we, bringing this out. The reason that we bringing this out is for you that's left behind to learn a lesson before you be next. And guess what? You ain't got to be no pastor to get caught up in your filth. You ain't got to be in a high position. And Melvin 250, you on the clapper asked me, am I a Jew? Goddamn right, I'm the original Jew. The Jews are black. You understand? Absolutely. All right. So yeah, no, you don't have to be up high. You ain't got to be like in Eddie Long position for you to die with such a mysterious case of cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That man left her with A, I, D, and S. That's what he left her with. You understand? So no, you don't have to be up high to suffer and go through it. What happens is the Lord is going to turn around and bring it all out. Doesn't the Bible say what's done in the dark shall come to the light, my child? Isn't that what the Bible say? I'm gonna have you read that one too.
Yeah,
that one coming later. But listen, let's finish this one up. Let's see if God hate both the sinner and the sin. Go to verse 5.
Oh, Salaki, sir. Verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
What do Christians like to say? God protects fools and babies. Why would he? When number one, the fool was given wisdom so he wouldn't be a fool. All throughout the Bible, it speaks about wisdom. And that's referring to his word. That's referring to his laws. That's our wisdom. It's his laws, statutes, and commandments. For you not to be a freak hoe. For you not to be a sissy. You understand? Right. You will be considered wise for not being those things. You're a fool if you do. And God don't protect fools. And as y'all can see, guess what? If you are not protecting your babies will be unprotected, especially if you sin it. Especially if you sin it. You understand? The Most High did not protect or spare King David's baby. When King David sinned, you should take that as an example. And you should be looking at yours like, damn, I don't want to turn around and have anything happen to them on the account of me and my bullshit. So you should clean up your own life if you cared about your children. So that's another lie that the Christians tell. Oh, God protects fools and babies. I heard people saying that shit. And then when I find out what the hell happened to these people's babies, the things that happened to these people's babies, like, what are you talking about here? Where was the protection at? From God or you? You left them open. Why? Because you are a sinner. You're a sinner. So you left the door open for your children to be unprotected. God said how he would protect all of us, men, women, and children alike. And it's a goddamn shame that we are on the wrong side of the fence to where we don't have any protection. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
He do what?
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
The Most High hated all workers of iniquity. And iniquity is sin. and the worker is the person committing the sin. You got to stop listening to your pastor. You got to stop going to church if you ever want to actually serve the Lord. And what they say in the church, they want to please God. If you absolutely want to learn how to please God, then you better come to the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA. Right. And we'll teach you properly. But you ain't learning shit in that church. I'm telling you, you ain't. Because look at what the hell is going on. This sister right here, this is a pastor of a church, and he's now dead because of his filthy ways. She's now about to go to prison for I don't know how long because of her filthy ways. The wife, she ended up getting shot, you know what I'm saying, but she didn't actually commit a crime, you know what I'm saying? But her trying to partake in that lesbianism, that is a crime against the Lord. You understand?
Right.
So like I said, so she skated this time without being unalive and without being sent to prison, you know what I'm saying? Either or. So she skated on that. But like I said, we never know what's in store. And this is why Christ said, as the Bible says, we shall not tempt the Lord thy God. Do not tempt him. And you're tempting him with your nasty ways. You're tempting him being a sinner. You're tempting him with all of the filthy shit that you love to do instead of you loving to obey him. Come on with it, Marshall.
And if I could, I don't want like that's a reason that a lot of pastors won't teach that you got to follow the law and don't want to follow the law because you're not gonna go to court and you got to go through a process and nothing like that. When you follow the laws of God, God see everything. You can't hide nothing from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your punishment. You get what I'm saying? So that's going to happen regardless. Just like you say, this was for all the nastiness that these people was doing. The judgment came down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just how it rolls, sir. You know what I'm saying? That's a lock.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's how it rolls. You understand? That's how it goes. That's how what they say. That's how the cookie crumble.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how the cookie crumble, and it crumbled for this brother, for this pastor, right? So let's keep playing.
Young man with a strong future ahead. He was 36 years old and dedicated to his community. Before he became a pastor, Broads had gone to school at Florida A&M in Tallahassee, where he studied business administration. Education was important to him, and he worked hard to get his degree, building a strong foundation for himself. But Broads's life wasn't just about business. Over time, he felt a calling that was much deeper. He wanted to help others, not through business, but by serving them spiritually. This drive led him to become a pastor, following in the footsteps of 2 generations before him. He became a 3rd-generation pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, Tennessee, a place where he found purpose and meaning. This role brought him into the lives of many, and he was respected by his community for his dedication and service. Broads had been married before, but things didn't work out. Yet, he didn't let that stop him from finding happiness.
You notice how Christians, they always been married 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 times, man. And it just don't never seem to work out. Why do the Christians know that the Bible says that God hates divorce? I hear them say it all the time. There was a sister, what's her name? Tabitha Brown, one of the latest like internet sensations a couple years ago. Turned around, she was famous for becoming successful with her, I believe it was a cooking channel or something like that. And then she started doing blogs and videos and all this kind of, advice and all this mess. And turned around, she said it on one of her lives. Messed me up. She turned around and one day her husband got off work. She turned around and gave that man a new vehicle. Turned around and told him, her baby, you coming home. You ain't going to work no more. This is your last 2 weeks and this and that. Oh, man, it was lovely. Beautiful sister, man. You understand? But this woman turned around in another live that she did recently where they was talking about church. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about God and they were talking about relationships. And one thing that she said, yeah, I know the Bible said we ain't supposed to divorce, but in other words, make me mad, do something I don't like, and I'm out of here.
Right.
You should have saw the look. You should have saw the look on that husband's face out. him trying to keep his composure. And I know he wanted to be like, wait, what the fuck? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? You know God is against divorce, but you know what I'm saying? Like, try me if you want to.
Right.
Me, what they say? You could play with your mama, or what's up? Play with your kids, or you know what I'm saying? Find you something else to do, but do not try me. That's basically what she was saying. And man, I remember watching that video. I'm like, damn, that's some cold shit, man. To have, you know, I know it feels very, very bad to have, you know, the woman that you love, right? That you done been with all this time, and here you go, you thinking on your side that, hey, we together, we down, you know, that's my baby.
Right.
And then you hear her say that she will leave you, you understand, when she feel like it. Oh, I know it's got to be hard. To know that a woman will abandon you at the drop of a dime, right. You know, to where she's not totally in like you are. I'm sure that hurt. Oh, no, that had to hurt. You know what I mean? But let's keep going.
Yes, again.
Hey,
he
so
met
like
a woman named Tabitha.
Come on with
it. That's a perfect example that you just displayed right there, what you were just saying. And that's a woman weaponizing y'all relationship. She's using it as a weapon. You act up if you want to, Negro. Yeah. I am gone at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cap. That's like she might, you know, that's happy wife, happy life. Like you do. I'm gonna make you miserable. I know God said it, but
and look, my side of the Bible actually say happy husband, happy life.
Right, exactly.
They got it backwards. See, we in this society, they have put our women out front, you understand, and letting them lead the way. When you see that there has been nothing but tragedy ever since. You know, our women, guess what? They have their role and their place in our lives. And I love them. Oh, I love them. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Guess what? Leading this thing, you in charge of me, that ain't your motherfucking place. And you ain't finna do that. And guess what? And if you go against the grain, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna end up hurting yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. Because there is a way that the Most High said for us to be doing things as far as being father and a mother, a husband and a wife, a brother and a sister, a damn momo and a pawpaw, a uncle and an auntie, a cousin and a damn nephew and a niece, all of that, man. There's a role that we have to play, right? Whichever it is. And if you want to be husband and wife, it's best for you to obey the Lord. You might have problems. You know what? If you do have problems, you can come to the ISUPK and you can get counsel for your problem.
Right.
So it's not the end of the world because, you know, y'all mad at each other. Sometimes the two that's involved in the madness get so mad to where they don't see a way out. They're so engulfed in madness. They wake up. They do the opposite of the scripture when it says, don't go to sleep on your wrath. And I'll be damn, wake up, and this bitch is mad again.
Right.
This Negro mad at that bitch again. You understand? Like, why didn't y'all fix that shit yesterday? Okay, let's try to fix it today. Then you turn around, y'all start arguing some more. You know what I mean? You start arguing some more. Brother, I remember a sister called her for counting. The sister, she was in classes. She never got into school, but she was in classes. And she turned around out and made up a bunch of excuses in her head and a bunch of lies on her husband. She said that the man was an alcoholic. He drank too damn much. He drives stupid. She felt like her life was in danger. And just all kinds of things when, you know what I'm saying, when she called me and was telling me what was going on. Turn around, I get that brother on the phone. The brother say, oh, I just, you know, when I get off, I might have one, sometimes two beers, and not a whole lot, you know, and then on the weekend, you know, I might get me another two of them, you know what I'm saying, a couple beers, but it ain't all the time. He explained it, broken. I said, is this true? Yeah. I said, but wait a minute, you said this man was a full-blown alcoholic. You don't sound like an alcoholic to me. Just saying I may have a couple, one or two every now and again. It's not that often. Are you sure you talking about the same guy? And then everything else, the man, he was like, no, I wasn't driving fast like that. Whatever happened, and I said, sister, is that correct? Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. You said this man had you holding on for dear life. You thought you was gonna die. And then when he described it, it wasn't that shit at all. You know what I mean? And the whole thing just, I really hate that our sisters have been destroyed to the point to where they are. And our brothers too. The brothers have been destroyed as well. You understand? But I just hated that our sisters, they lead to what they think in that head of theirs, and then they say, oh no, this got to be real. He don't love me. He tried to kill me. He was driving fast. He this and he that. He alcoholic. Just everything, because guess what? She's ready to get out of the relationship. That's what she's ready to do. And she makes up excuses. And she turn around and even makes some things come true to light, to try to say, oh, well, you said this and you lied to me and this and that, to try to make her shit valid, to where she said, you know what? God said you was not my husband no more. I told sis, don't tell yourself that bullshit. Do not lie on God like that, because God did not
Right.
tell you that he is not your man.
Right.
The Lord ain't told you that, and he ain't told no other bitch that. You understand? If you lay down with that man, you stay down. You his woman. You his wife. You his bae. You his boo. You his whatever the hell he called schnookums and sugar and whatever the hell y'all call each other. And vice versa. You belong to her too. And ain't no putting each other away. The only reason that you get, according to the Bible, to divorce a woman is if she whores on you. And brothers out there in the world, I advise you to do exactly that.
Right.
If you catch her hoeing on you, let her go. Let her go. You ain't gonna never be able to trust her. You're gonna turn around and end up in some shit like this here. You know? So let's keep going up.
And they quickly became close. After some time, they got married, and Tabitha moved with him to Memphis. Together, they settled into a peaceful neighborhood, looking forward to their new life. But behind this seemingly happy relationship, there was a hidden secret. Rhodes had started seeing another woman named Latasha Daniels. Latasha was 39, educated, and well-established, with a degree in criminal justice and a career as a clinical social worker and anger management specialist. Despite her success, Latasha developed strong feelings for Rhodes, even though she knew he was married. Their secret relationship grew, with emotions running high on both sides. The calm life Rhodes and Tabitha had in Memphis was shattered on April 4, 2019. That evening, Tabitha was home alone at their apartment in the Mar Park Apartments in Collierville, Tennessee. Around 10 p.m., she heard a knock at the door. When she opened it, she was surprised to see Latasha, a woman she knew as an acquaintance of her husband. Since she knew Latasha, she let her in, feeling safe enough to have her there. Latasha waited with Tabitha until Rhodes came home. When he finally arrived, they sat together, and Latasha started a conversation with the couple. But as they talked, Tabitha noticed something strange in Latasha's behavior. There was an uneasy vibe, and it felt like Latasha was giving off negative energy. Finally, Latasha got up, signaling that it was time to leave. Rhodes and Tabitha both stood to walk her to the door. But before Latasha left, she turned around, pulled out a gun, and aimed it at Rhodes. Without hesitation, she started shooting, screaming, "You broke my heart," over and over. Rhodes was caught off guard, and as he fell, Tabitha screamed in horror, trying to understand what was happening. Latasha left the apartment, but instead of running away, she stayed around the scene, seemingly in shock or simply not wanting to leave. Meanwhile, Tabitha managed to rush to a neighbor's door, banging and screaming for help. But before long, Latasha re-entered the apartment and shot Tabitha in the left shoulder. Tabitha managed to survive, but Rhodes's life was slipping away. When the police arrived, they found Latasha still at the scene, with the gun in her hand. Officers ordered her to drop the weapon, but she resisted, leading them to use non-lethal force to subdue her. Even after being restrained, Latasha put up a fight. She was taken to a nearby hospital, but she tried to escape while being treated. Officers chased her through the hospital hallways until they finally caught up, and she fought them physically, grabbing one officer's shirt and resisting arrest.
Hey, this sister had a lot of demons, boy.
Mhm.
Oh, she had a bunch of goddamn demons. You understand? But we're gonna turn around and skip through a little bit. Let me get to the next mark. So they turn around and got to now. I'm gonna play a little bit of this right here because this is where they're about to question the the sister Latasha about the wife. Right now watch this. Check this out.
Relationship.
He was.
And you're gonna be able to see what I was saying about this husband. You'll be able to see it now.
There was a relationship at all.
Right.
He was not transparent about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're actually questioning the wife about the things that the sister Latasha was saying about her having knowledge of the threesome and their relationship and all of this and all of that. They're gonna get to it. So what they actually proved during this part here when they were questioning the wife is that the wife was not being honest. You understand? And that they were that it actually was looking better on the sister Latasha, the accuser. You understand? It was looking better for her because it's saying that, oh, okay, well, she's telling the truth, obviously. So, but that's what this part is right here. I'm gonna play this part and then I'm gonna skip to it.
No.
That didn't ever happen.
No.
And photos aren't an issue at home, but I get it, but it ain't an issue. I have been though, so if we're talking, let's switch subject and get a little more serious.
And you
For
see
me,
it,
our agreements have been simple, right? No exes, nobody from Jacksonville for which is home for us, and nobody
okay, can you see what I'm talking about?
which means nobody in Memphis. That was the case, of course, in Little Rock outside of girlfriend because girlfriend is in Little Rock. The way that kind of happened.
You can see the punk coming out of.
Oh, come on, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can see it. The dude, his hands and how he talking and everything. You'll be able to see it. You will be able to see it. Yep, the whole punk coming up out of here. So now let me skip to this part here.
And it's not that I want to be disrespectful. It's not that I don't want to be ethical, but I do wrestle with that. And I just kind of talking to your perspective about what you saw. But I was like, I think that could be what this is in terms of treating this like an infidelity kind of relationship on purpose with permission versus an additional partner scenario. So I feel that. But y'all, she asked me to hook up with close. We're close. When we were in Little Rock. She lives in Little Rock, so we're in Memphis now. I mean, it's only 2 hours away, but yes, we were in Little Rock. So we were literally that because it was at that point. Wife was like, yeah, nobody at home. Like, this is an exception because I kind of threw you that, but no, you ain't dealing with nobody at home. Like, that was Jacksonville, so our heart knows, and though Jacksonville, which is hometown for us, no exes and no place in your current city. Those are the hard no's, right? She got an exception because it was there that she realized, well, yeah, I don't think I want him to be dealing with all these people, all these women, and no doubt these women would be in the church because that's all we do is kind of hang around, or in the community or close enough. So it was kind of one of those things.
Did you hear? That's all we do. So he was now okay. So this part here is like I said. This is where the wife saying she had no knowledge of this relationship with this broad here and her husband. Mm-hmm. She didn't want to participate in no threesomes, but here he is because they're asking her questions, and then they playing the video. The questions that they asking her. Did she have knowledge of the threesome? Did she have knowledge of this? Did she have knowledge of the relationship? And then he is saying in these videos, and they all different. Notice that they all different, and they are all turning around and telling a different story than what she's saying. Like I said, he on one hand is walking you down, telling you, yeah, I talked to my wife about it and this and that, and she was like, you know what? This all we do in this church. You understand? Is be around these people. So you having sex with him, you around him, and you this and that. So she was like, nah, I ain't doing that one. Not around them, not with them. You understand? So when he turned around and came across this broad, now, hey, it was all, hey, no holds barred. You know what I mean? It was all go. All right. So let me see the next part. Let me see. Because I think he's about to say something on this part. Let me see.
And before I can say a word, she hits me with, I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry for what? So then she goes into the whole, I apologize for breaching your trust, breaching your confidence by telling my boss, my former boss before, about the situation. Her reasoning was that she felt like if, like you all said.
Okay, let me stop it right here. Skip to the next part. So basically, all of these videos that he had go contrary to what this wife claimed that she knew. So she absolutely knew, and he asked her, and they're going to get to it. They're going to get to what he claimed he wanted to be in. All right. He came up with some new shit. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, let me start from right there.
3 months.
Was that a different trip than the birthday trip that he took where he had the threesome?
Yes, that was a different trip.
Okay. Did the threesome birthday trip happen while y'all were together or before?
It happened while we were together.
Did you know that he was going to do that?
The threesome trip in Cuba?
No, when he went and paid for the threesome.
Oh, that was well before I knew him.
Okay.
So they talking about the threesome thing now. So what he did was he told her, that he had been in a threesome before, but he had to pay for it. Show you how filthy this guy is. Bye, Charlotte, give me that in Ecclesiastes 7:27-29. Get those scriptures for me. So basically, what she asking her about now is the threesome that he ended up taking a trip to go have a threesome while they was together. So she like, no, that thing that I told you about was before I even knew him. So he's telling her about what he wanted, said that he experienced in his past was he wanted to have a threesome. Okay. And what I truly believe that threesome was him and two other men. And I think now he wanted to, because it just don't make sense, right? If your thing is that you wanted to experience the threesome and you did it, then it don't matter if you paid for it or not. The point was for you to commit the nasty act, and you committed it. You claim you paid for it. So now he's claiming that he want to do it, but he don't want to pay for it. And that's what I think he lying at. I think the threesome that he had was with some men. Was with two men. Now he wants to have a threesome with two women. I think he just want to explore and do and be everything that he wants to be. You understand? In a sissy. That's what I think that this guy is doing. So I think he's sleeping with me, because you could clearly see. Y'all go back and watch these videos of this sister's story, and watch them videos of this man and how he's talking. You can clearly see the punk in him. And then what got me so much, my Charlotte, is where is the commitment to the church at? Where is the work that the man was doing for the community and the people? When all this nigga is making his videos about how his nasty ass want to have threesomes and how he want to bring somebody else to the bed and how he want to do this to a woman and that to a woman. All what the fuck are we doing here? What kind of work of the Lord is this dude doing? How dedicated to his church and to his members and to his people was when all the nigga is making his lives about the nasty sex that he wants to have. Come on, man. You want to say something, Mark?
Yeah, I said, he was getting that community booty. That's what he was doing. That's what he was too busy in the community doing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, y'all. So let's keep going.
At any point, did you watch him and Tabitha have sex?
No.
Was Tabitha ever invited to watch you and Brodus have sex?
No.
Were you comfortable with the concept of a watcher?
No.
Was Brodus persistent about a watcher?
Very much so.
Explain that for me.
Everywhere we went, he would even text me and say, "Hey, you need to find us a watcher. Find us a watcher." And so I got to the point I was like, if I can find somebody, hopefully I can get him to stop. So
okay, let me help you sisters out. For you sisters out there in the world, right? Unless you are like her, which you actually might not be totally comfortable with this nasty shit, but you're willing to do it. You understand? That right there kills the whole thing. You can't turn around and be willing to do something that you claim you're uncomfortable with. If you're not willing to do it, don't fucking do it just to please your man. For all you sisters that's married to men in the world out there, if your man come to you and tell you, what they say, Mashallah, I want to spice things up a bit. They want to spice up the relationship. You better tell that nigga no.
Right.
And you better not do it. You better not do it. You're going to turn around and get some demons that you may not be able to control. You're going to end up being like this sister. You be out of your goddamn mind. You understand? So for you sisters that's out there married to the men in the world, and they come telling you that they got some what they call them, fantasies and fetishes and shit that they want to fulfill, I'm telling you, you better not do it. You better not do it. Because this is going to be your outcome too. And vice versa. For you brothers that's willing to do whatever to make your woman happy, you better not do it either. You're sick and disgusting. That's what you are. Go ahead, Masha.
And the sister's so messed up. You know what I'm saying? He's telling her, find us a watcher. Like,
yeah,
I ain't talking about no woman, a man. Like, that's some P. Diddy stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? You want a man to sit back and watch what that don't. Yeah, these pastors are super freaky, hiding behind the Bible.
They are. Hey, this some Epstein file shit, Masha. This some Epstein files right here, man. And this is from your local files. Yeah, P. Diddy files. Yeah. This is from your local pastor, man. That everybody loves. The pastor, he's so nice and he's so this and he dressed in his suits and he got a nice car, got a nice house, and pastor this and pastor that. And look at what the pastor is waiting to do to you. Turn you into a freak nasty bitch. That's what he's ready to do. You understand? That's what he's ready to do. And then guess what you willing to do in return? You willing to fulfill his nasty goddamn desires. Read that Ecclesiastes side.
Kawakai, sir. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse.
I'm sorry, Slack. Go ahead.
I got you out of wine. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account.
So what Solomon was doing was he was what they call it, a census, right? When they send out them forms to get a census of how many people live in your house, they're trying to see how many American citizens reside in the state that you in, right? So what Solomon was doing was he was trying to find out something too by going through the account, counting one by one, right? He was trying to find something out, and this is what he was trying to find out. Go ahead, Masha.
Go on, sir. Verse 28. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I found not. One man among 1,000 have I found.
So what Solomon was trying to find was a righteous man. That's what he was trying to find. He said he couldn't find none. But he turned around, he found one out of 1,000. Keep going.
Come on. But a woman among all those have I not found.
Listen, sisters. You better work extra hard to change that. To where he took that same 1,000, or you Shaquitas and you Tashas and you Ericas and you Starkeishas, right? And guess what? He couldn't find one. He could not find none. And guess what? This broad right here, this broad that we listening to, she's one of the ones that he found not. The wife that wasn't involved in the crime, but she was involved in the nastiness, couldn't find not. She's one of the ones that he couldn't find, that he found not. You understand? This matter of fact, she's gonna tell who this friend of hers that she called, that she knew was nasty, just like her. She's one that he couldn't find not. So you sisters better work extra hard, boy, to get y'all shit together. When you come into ISUPK, take the time to cleanse yourself of the world, man. That shit is important. That is extremely important. You might think you feel good. You might think you got it all together. You might think you strong enough. But guess what? Like the scriptures say, them demons is coming in full force. They coming back. And they coming stronger and mightier than the first. All the shit that you was doing before, just think about all of the nasty shit that you done in your life before you came here. Before you came into the ISUPK. Look back on it and say, you know what? Let me let that shit stay back there. Let me let it all stay back there and do your absolute best. Get counsel, call us. You understand? So you won't end up like this sister right here, to where you won't turn around and be to let your demons overtake you. You turn around and you can come in here and these brothers will fight with you so that you won't be overcome. To where you won't see in the Christian church, they have no place to go. They have nobody. The wife told the husband, man, this all we do in the church. This all we do is sleep around with everybody. Said, no, I ain't trying to do this. Not in that place. Not in the church that I go to every Sunday. You might as well shit you there with the rest of the hoes.
Right.
You there with the rest of the sissies. You might as well. It's a whole house.
Right.
The Christian church is the house of whores and homosexuals. You can't tell by now. The Christian church is a whorehouse. Am I wrong? We're listening to a story of a whore that ended up unaliving her whole ass damn pastor man and was about to have a threesome with somebody, a caller watcher. And she was going to have the threesome she was just going to make him happy. Am I lying, my Shala? Is the Black Christian church not a nasty hoe house? It's worse than a goddamn strip club. At least them hoes know that they shouldn't be doing what they doing. But these hoes in the
Cap, if I could,
dress up every Sunday, put on nice suits and big hats and twerk and dance they nasty hoe around as if they've done no wrong and no evil at all. Go ahead, my shop.
Now, what I was gonna say, sir, all them whores and them homosexuals come into that one place under that one roof, and the pastor will give them that grace of forgiveness, and all they sins is wiped away for the week, and then they back out next on Monday, being a whore all over again.
Yeah.
God
damn. Yeah, absolutely. They know what they doing. They know exactly what they doing. You understand? But finish the scripture.
Khan, sir. Salaki. Khan, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright.
Mm-hmm.
But they have sought out many inventions.
Okay, so guess what? You're going to find more righteous men than we would ever find righteous women. I have people asking me that all the time. Where y'all women at? See, we don't do that shit y'all do in the church. But we just got to have our women shown and sitting next to us while I'm reading, and you know what I'm saying, and teaching classes and shows and all that. We don't do that shit like y'all do.
Right.
You know, we don't do that. Okay, so you're not gonna see when we don't put our women out there like that. We don't turn around and do like the Christians, put the woman in the front. I know so many pastors that let women do the talking. Let the women do the leading. And here you supposed to be the leader. Why ain't you doing it? The pastors are letting the women do it. It's because they chumps, they soft, and they're not men of God. This job, according to the Bible, was made for me, a man. You understand? Us brothers, let us do our job. You sit back and take a seat. You understand? What they say, mashallah, they resting and basking in their femininity, basking your motherfucking femininity, and let me be as masculine and as hard and as gangster and as loud and fucking I can be. Let me do my job. Get out of my seat. Get out of my way. You go do your job. You understand? And while you at it, make me some what's Captain Malqua's favorite? Some biscuits from scratch. You understand? Make me some homemade biscuits from scratch, goddammit, while you basking in that femininity. All right?
Right.
Make me some good old fried chicken. Everybody know Cap loves some fried chicken. You hear me?
Damn right.
If you want me, serve me some fried chicken, boy, with some of that Andy seasoning on it. You understand? And you got me. All right. Yeah. So yeah, let us do our job. This is for men. Take for no woman. Okay. But they have sought out many inventions. This is why he only found one out of those 1,000. This pastor, he sought out some inventions, and this is what ended him. This was what ultimately caused his life to not be spared by the Lord. You understand? But to be taken. All right. And we're gonna get to that in 1 second. Go ahead, Masha.
Now I'm gonna say, Cat, what you say? Don't burn all that sage trying to get them demons out the house. Bring it on that chicken.
Come on. You hear me? Sprinkle it on that chicken. You understand? Yeah. That's made for food. That ain't made for no goddamn burning and spirits. Goddamn. I don't know what spirit you got, baby, but I'll tell you the one that I'm gonna have soon when I get through eating that chicken. I'm gonna show you the spirit. I'm gonna be in the spirit of Pound Town.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in the spirit of Pound Town, my shot. Right. Turn around and serve me what I like.
Yeah, they're right. Okay? They're right, sir.
Some chicken, some good old string beans, and some homemade mashed potatoes or something. Come on, I'm gonna be in the spirit. You hear me?
Right. They're right.
You gotta burn those sage. You understand? We could burn some frankincense and myrrh. What's the other one? The money house blessings, whatever the hell that incense. Hey, whatever the incense is called, you hear me? With the Indian on the front of it.
Yeah, that sex on the beach. You know, everybody love that sex on the beach.
Boy, look at here. Yes, damn right. Sex on the beach in my Jeep. What did the brother song say? Sex in my Jeep. You understand me? Look, don't be sexing in y'all Jeeps, okay? I was just joking. Don't be doing that, okay? Don't end up getting caught sexing in y'all Jeep and then y'all call me talking about some you told me to do it. Don't do it. Don't. All right. Because guess what? We actually got a story on that too on the pastor. That's the next horror in the church. That's the next horror in the church.
God damn.
Man, it goes down. And what's so sad is that they, like you said, it's not like we actually looking for. Let me see if the Christian church did something wrong, brother. Every time I turn my phone on and look at it, articles popping right up. Yep. What did happen in the Christian church? You understand? So no, we ain't looking for it. It's falling in our lap. All right. Right. So let's finish this one.
I asked a friend of mine if she would do it for us, and she was like, if I do, we're taking it to our grave. He had me to tell her.
Let me pause it right there. It's a whole bunch of sisters. They know that they doing nasty, sick shit. And they say stuff like that. We're going to take it to our grave, girl. We're going to take it to our grave. How about not being nasty? How about that? How about not being filthy and disgusting to where you got to take anything in your grave? Guess what? I ain't taking nothing to my grave but the goddamn ISUPK t-shirt and the damn fringes on the side of my pants and my garment that they gonna bury me in. That's it. And my crown. I got to get put in there with the crown on.
Goddamn right.
Crown. You understand me?
Goddamn
I
right.
love my crown. You hear me? Put all my shit on me. Goddamn it, my goddamn rings with the shield of David on it, my wristbands, everything with the shield of David on. Put it in there. You understand? Close the goddamn box and bury me with that. I ain't got no nasty ass secrets. I don't do gay shit and nasty shit and sick shit and adultery, and I don't do none of that. So I don't have anything to take to my grave other than what I just told you. That's what they're gonna put me in. That's what they're gonna put on me. That's what I'm taking to my grave. Is that, you know what else I'm going with my grave with? A clear goddamn conscience. Something that you Christians just will never know about. All the filth that you got to keep hiding and you're killing yourself inside. Then you end up doing like her and you unalive somebody else. All because of what you going through, what you done did and what you done been through and all the shit that you turn around and you just can't hide no more. And you just can't keep it. You can't control yourself and all that. You're going to turn around and do like this, sister, and unalive somebody unnecessarily. When there is a way, guess what? You can turn around and live a clean life. You can live a clean life and have a clean conscience, just like me. Just like me. I got a clear conscience. I ain't turning around and doing nothing sick, nothing nasty, nothing wrong, nothing evil, nothing wicked. Ain't doing none of that. None of that. So like I said, you ain't got to turn around and tell nobody. I've never had a conversation with any of my brothers talking about, hey, we're gonna take this one to our grave. We're gonna take this to our grave. You understand? Me and my Shala ain't never had such conversations like that. It's always been about the work and us being brothers and us actually serving the Most High. We ain't got no secrets. Hey man, hey my shot, don't tell Cap, man. We going to our graves with this. Don't tell General Hyman, man. We going to our grave with this. We don't do that shit here. We don't do what you do in the Christian church. We don't do that. But you got to hide all your secrets. You understand? Well, guess what? We have learned to not have none. Got no goddamn secrets. You ain't nothing secretly coming out about me. Go ahead.
So like if I could, Cap. Cap, that's a heavy thing, right? And I want to say the water to you, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Commander YAHANNA and hold down his truth is to have men above us to know that nasty shit that no, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's crazy because you grow up in the house and what the people in your house always say? What happened in this house?
Stay in this house. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's such a wicked thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Cal, like you said, man, we ain't got no secret and shit we going to the grave with. I'm gonna take this to my man. Come on, man. Then you extending that to your children. You know what I'm saying? What stays in this house, what happened in this house stays in this house. You know what I'm saying? And they end up growing up being some nasty, filthy individuals that's living with demons and oh man, if some of the stuff, if some of them bones fall out of that closet, a lot of y'all gonna unalive yourself, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Yeah, or someone else, like what this sister did. You either unalive yourself or someone else, man. This shit it's not worth it. It's not worth it, but that's what you get when you nasty as shit. This is what you're going to get. And one thing that I wanted to get to that they didn't get to in this video is her childhood. They wanted to talk about her childhood. And there's some other things that's going to come out. So let me get to it, Marshawn.
Her to download Confide, and we were able to dialogue three-way, and the things that he was asking her to do, she just backed out.
So he wanted to get real freaky and real nasty and real filthy and real disgusting. I could imagine that he was kind of like Gorilla Hebrew. He wanted a strap on and he wanted dildos up his ass. He wanted his butt licked by the freak, and you know what I'm saying, all kind of nasty, filthy, disgusting shit. And she said, "Oh no, y'all, nah, y'all a little too much for me. I ain't doing all that." So she ended up backing out. You understand? She backed out of this shit out and said, "Nope, I ain't doing that one." So let me skip to this 1 second. Oh shit, man. Nope. Hold on. Think. Wait a minute.
As you can tell,
Oh,
I was not created by GoDaddy.
I think it's right here. Let's start it.
As I was performing oral sex on him,
No, this
he
ain't.
began to thrust.
Wait a minute. Yes, it is. This is it right here.
I'm not going to do this treatment. Like, it's no. I went to the lounge. I still had some gifts to give him, and he was coming out. And
Right here, she was explaining how things started going south and how it all started going sour, right? To once having a wonderful relationship. They actually met when she was married to someone else. She turned around and this is her second marriage, right? The sister, I'm sorry. The sister has some mental issues. They're gonna get to that. She turned around in her first marriage, when it ended, she claimed her first husband was asking her to do some things that she did not want to do, that she ended up doing anyway. As we can see, she was willing to do, right? So the first husband was like, "Well, you know what? I ain't the one for you then." So he ended up getting rid of her, threw her away, and that's how Christians do. That's how Christians do. She was okay. So let me go back just a little bit. Let me go back just a little bit. When they asked her about her childhood, she was raised by a pastor, right? And they didn't say it on this video, but I'm sure when you dig into this sister's childhood, she'd have been molested probably by their stepfather and probably by some family members. When it came to her mother, the only thing she had to say was, my mom was my mom. She didn't really go into detail about her mom. I'm pretty sure she was horrible. She was a horrible Christian bitch too, right? So this young lady, as a child, I'm sure she grew up in a horrible setting. A lot of our children do, with old nasty, perverted stepfathers and uncles and cousins and evil and abusive mothers and all kinds of mess, man. All kinds of mess. And you know, we bring them stories out too. We do the horror in the hood stories. It's like the horror in the church, because our goal in the ISUPK under Commander Junior YAHANNA is to fix all of this shit. Not just some of it that's affecting me or just my family or my friends or the people I know, but all of the people in our community, all of every single Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. That's the goal. That's the goal, so that the Black community could be great again. Fuck making America great. America been great and it's still gonna be great, all on its own. What we need to be making great is Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. That's what we need to be making great again. Not America, not this country, right? So, of course, her childhood, I guess I'm sure all of this plays a part in it. So when it goes to her husband, her first husband, she turned around and tried to commit suicide. When it comes to her second husband, she didn't feel love in that relationship. It was abusive and this and that and all that. The dude did not care. He didn't give a damn about her and all this. So she was having problems. She actually is a damn, I forgot her title. She is a therapist. She is a therapist to where you need help, you're having problems in life and can't figure it out. You turn around and you go to her to get help when she need help her goddamn self. So she turned around and was like, you know what I need? I need more spiritual help than I do, therapy from my job. So she did not go to her job. She didn't go to her coworker. She didn't go to her boss to get no help. She sought someone in the church. So she ran into this nasty, right? This brother here, this pastor here. And she turned around and invited him to counsel her. And there go that counseling again, my y'all. There go that goddamn counseling.
Yeah, oh man, we know what counseling means. We know what counseling means in the world.
We know counsel lead to the booty. You hear me? The counsel lead
straight to the booty.
Straight to the booty. Okay. So guess what? It turned around. Hold on 1 second. All right. Oh, they trying to pop me on the TikTok as usual.
Are they trying to get you for counseling?
I don't know.
Yeah, we know that counseling leads straight to the booty, man. That's what
on there. Woo-wee. Wait a minute. I'm still popping them. Yeah, damn. They tried their best to get this. Oh my God. They want this over here. Man. About 9, 10 of these things. Damn, get a life. And whoever is doing it, man, fuck you. Y'all listen and watch all kind of shit all day long, but because we are against the shit that's actually harming our people, y'all want to sit and flag me all goddamn day.
Damn. Yeah, I gotta start going live on TikTok, sir. I gotta start going live. Hey, God, no, that's crazy.
I don't know. It's steady going. God damn. Okay, wait a minute. God damn. I ain't finna worry about it. I'm gonna just keep rolling and shit.
Come on, sir.
Anyway, so she turned around and where was I at? Okay, so she turned around and seek him for counsel, right? And she pointed out something. She did once with him, and she had him come to her office because she claimed she needed a safe space. So she ended up having the brother come to her office. He did, and she said she noticed something strange about him. And she brought it up the second time because the second time he was not like he was on the first time. So what was strange about him the first time was he had his hands in his pocket. And he just sat there with his hands in his pocket the whole time. The second time he showed up, he got his hands out of his pocket this time. She asked him, she said, why were you sitting the way that you were the first counsel with your hands in your pocket? Right? And he said, oh, I had to control myself. Then turned around, started tongue kissing the sister. Then ended up getting adultery with her right then and there. Knowing she got a husband. Go ahead.
Now, so like I said, there go that counseling.
That's that counseling. But this time he wasn't worried about controlling himself. Now he wasn't worried about it. Now he was ready. As soon as she asked him that, said he went in, started tongue kissing, what she called kissed her very passionately, and there it was. It went and started from there. There started this life of this downhill spiral, fall, tumble, crumble, snowball effect, all of that. That's where it started at. You already got a man. You ain't even happy in the shit that you in now. And you go to one of these so-called spiritual leaders for counsel, and you end up getting fucked. Literally. I'm telling you where you should go. If you need counsel, if your life is a mess and you want it fixed, you better come to the men in the ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA, or you will get fucked. I'm telling you, I'm promising you this. It happened. Go back and watch the video. That's exactly what happened to her. Let me keep going so we can get to the last little bit.
We laughed it off, and then as we begin to engage in.
So now she's describing a time to where she claimed she was going to break up with him because of how he was treating her. So she met up with him at the hotel, told him, you know, I actually came to break up with you. But what he did was he ended up saying, give me a kiss, give me a hug. Hugged and kissed her, and that made it all go away, made her feel better. Right? So then she said she told him that, oh, you know, I came to break up with you. His response was, why ain't you do it then? So they ended up laughing it off. That's what she's talking about now. The point where they actually laughed off the fact that she was going to break up with him, but did not. All right. So now she's going to describe what actually led her to wanting to unalive herself and what ultimately led to the unaliving of him. This was like the final straw right here.
What I thought was going to be lovemaking was not that night.
Can you tell me what happened?
As I was performing oral sex on him, he began to thrust himself inside my mouth really hard. And I told him that that was hurting. Then he grabbed my hair. I had long hair, and he wrapped my hair around his hand and he started yanking it. And when he wasn't thrusting himself in my mouth, he was pulling my hair really hard. And with his other hand, he would just hit me and hit me and hit me. And I was like, it's hurting. And he was like, you better not bite me. You better not bite me. And then after that, we had sex, and it was just rough, and it was hard, and it was just not what I was used to. And then once we finished, something he never ever does was he rolled over and just gave me the cold shoulder, and I was like, you're not gonna hold me? And he was like, no, and just went to sleep.
I like making my podcast.
So she was saying that this kind of like was the straw that broke the camel's back, right? To where turn around and the man was thrusting himself instead of, you know, saying it being good to her, a good thrust. She started smacking her in her head. I don't know what fool would have a woman in that position and then smack her and punch her all in the goddamn head. And then say, you better not bite me. You might get bit, dummy. And here's the thing, right? I don't know what kind of demons this brother got, but I want sex and that thrusting to be good. Not no, you know what I'm saying? Punch you and smack you in your damn head where you start crying and shit. I ain't trying. Like, I mean, the women like getting beat up, but they don't like getting beat up, if you understand what I'm talking about. Right. You understand? Salakia. They love getting beat up, but they don't like getting beat up, brother. You understand? And if any man have to abuse a woman to get some sex out of it, something wrong with you. You need to evaluate yourself.
It all makes sense now, Cap.
Wrong with you if you can't. If this your one, he was already with her, and like I'm telling you, I believe ultimately he don't like women. He was playing this off. If you go back and watch this video, he admits to wanting to be single. He said he didn't know what being single was. Right. So he wanted to be in what they called a non-ethical monogamous relationship. That's what he called it. That's the invention that he sought out. That's where Solomon turned around and was looking for 1,000 men and only found one. And that those men had sought out many inventions, even though God gave us his laws and his plan and his intention was, and he made us to be upright. Us, how we be upright is by us obeying the Lord, not doing like what this nasty guy did, is looking for watchers. This nigga had his woman looking for watchers. Huh? He wanted to participate in a threesome. He want his women to get in the bed with each other. All of that is sick. All of that is against the Most High. And guess what? He was entertaining it. He wanted it, and she entertained it as well. Both her and his wife. Okay. So now she's describing, like I said, she was going into how everything just started going downhill. How the man wasn't taking her on trips and wasn't really, seeing her as much and wasn't calling her. So she said, you know what? I'm going to break up with this dude. But she turned around and said, you know what? This ain't good enough. This is not good enough. Okay. So this is when she developed the plan to, she actually tried on this time right here. You're going to hear it. Let me play it.
This happened to me.
She's wondering, why does this always happen to me? You are evil. And you don't even realize it. You're not a victim. She's no victim. Okay. Whatever she was getting, she deserved it. The Lord is going to make sure that you don't live a happy life when you don't obey him. It's just not going to happen. What they say, Marsha, live your best life. You are not going to live your best life disobeying the Lord. It's in the Bible. This sister was successful. She had a nice job, nice house, nice car, had a little change on her. She had it going on. She's a beautiful sister, right? But guess what? She wasn't right either. Same filthy shit that she's describing about him. Guess what? It goes for her too. It goes for her too. Because you was with a man and you were sleeping with another man. You started sleeping with another man, claiming that this other man was giving you everything that you wasn't getting from the other man. Even when it came to sex, they like, damn, you wasn't getting no affection at home? Nope. He wasn't talking to me nice and this and that. What about sex? Well, not like that. You get no excuse to be a whore. You understand? The Lord commanded us. It's in the Bible. He commanded for our women not to be whores and for our men not to be sissies, not to be homosexuals. And it's in Deuteronomy 23:17. It says, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman, you are not supposed to be a whore of any sort, whether it's sleeping with other women, cheating on your man, or being single and having wants and needs and doing what you want, going getting your wants and needs met, and then going back home single. It don't matter how you play it. The Lord said, none of you, no black woman is supposed to be a whore. No Hispanic and Native Indian woman is supposed to be a whore at all. Give a damn what your excuse is. And then it says, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So you are not supposed to be a homosexual man or being a whoremonger, putting women away, sleeping with them, getting all of that good vagina and then doing them like this. Well, I want to watch her. You are sick too. And we are not supposed to partake in any of this type of evil nastiness at all. But she was willing to. And look at what happened. Because she didn't turn around and fight them demons, she gave in. And here's the thing. You never know where her shit is going to take you. You have to do your best to turn around and fight them demons. You got to fight them thoughts in your head. And you ain't going to do it in no church. Oh, no, it's nothing but horror coming in that church. You are not going to be successful. You're going to lose trying to fight demons outside of this organization. This is the only place where you'll learn to battle them goddamn things and you will win. You understand? We're not losers in here. We're winners in here. We don't lose to demons. You did that in the world. You were molested as a child and then you became promiscuous. You understand? Whether it was a boy or a girl. You had a poor life and you became a criminal trying to, take care of yourself or whatever it was. You saw a chance to make some money selling drugs and you wanted to ball till you fall. You wanted to be rich beyond, belief or whatever the hell it was. So you failed in the world. Now, if you actually want to get it right, then you come in here, man. You come in here and you learn. You learn. And if you have issues, seek counsel. This woman wasn't seeking no counsel. She was seeking a lover. That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. A lot of sisters end up doing just what she did. Is say, you know what? I ain't happy at home. So I'm going to go find me some happiness. That's what they think. And then here, now you think this man, oh, he was making you happy in the beginning. till he started punching you in the back of your goddamn head as you was giving him fellatio. It was all good up until the point to where he told, bitch, you better not bite me, and punched you in the back of your head. Yeah, she was happy with him too. In the beginning. That's how it always happened. In the beginning, you happy. Till you start having problems, you don't know what the hell to do. Then you think to go find love somewhere else, and then you might cause this to happen to yourself. All right. Let me play a little bit more of this, and we're gonna get out of here, y'all.
Did you decide anything when you were in that emotional state?
Well, that particular night, I just was, that morning, we stayed the night together, and that morning he got up and he left. He was getting dressed, and I was like, where are you going? Like, we always shower together. And he was like, and I was like, where are you going with still smelling like me? And he was like, none of your business. I was like, since when did you not tell me your schedule? And he left. Well, he was getting ready to leave. So I got up and I got dressed. And as I got dressed, I grabbed the key card for the room off the thing, and he laughed it off, and I left. And later on, I texted and said, hey, are we meeting up again? And he was like, I'll let you know. Of course, the day went on. I had rearranged everything, thinking that he was going to end up we would see each other earlier that day, but I didn't. And so that night, when I still didn't hear from him, I decided to head to the room, and as I was going, he was there. But in my wanting to head to the room, I had made the decision that I would put myself in front of him because I just wanted him to feel the pain that he was causing me. So when we got in the room, he was already in there by the time I parked and got in. And I pulled out my gun and I told him, you about to feel the same pain that you've been giving me.
Did you ever threaten him?
No.
So real quick, this was after the hotel incident, after him punching her in the back of her head while she was giving him fellatio. She turned around and she decided, she said, you know what, I'm going to take my own life in front of him. I'm going to make him hurt like he's hurting me. Number one, you don't tell somebody that, and then your plan is to unalive yourself, right? That's not what you're doing. If a person truly wants to take their life, and if they want to make the other person feel it and see it and hurt, they're going to be sitting in a chair. They're going to be standing in the doorway. They're going to be waiting for that person to come home, and then they're just going to do it. They're going to do it. Her intentions, I do not believe that it was to hurt herself. I believe her intentions was the outcome of this situation, was to hurt him. You understand? That's what I believe her intentions was all along. All right. So let me see.
Nervous about that because, like I said, he had told me she had these rules about not nobody that you know and things like that. So I'm like, she knows me. So I don't know what that was gonna be like. I didn't.
So now she's talking about the threesome with the wife, to where the wife, he wanted her to get down with his wife. The wife ended up calling her out of the clear blue, talking about let's go to lunch. So now she's describing this part here.
Didn't even think about anything beyond that.
As far as Tabitha goes, this is a person that you became friendly with, right?
Correct.
How did you?
So they started hanging together because what he told her was, y'all are going to be sister wives. That's what the dude told her, right? Is what he told her. So they started hanging out, getting friendly, getting acquainted with one another. And this is something else that we don't do in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. And we don't do the goddamn sister wives mess to where you end up doing shit like this here, getting with each other, having sex with one another, and being nasty with each other. That's not what having multiple wives is about. Having multiple wives is that man being with those women individually, not welcoming everybody into a big, gigantic Michael Jackson bed and all of you and your wives, y'all sleep and lay down and get down with each other. That's not how that works. That is absolutely not how that works. So a lot of people get the wrong idea when they hear us say that a man can have multiple wives. It's not unlawful. They immediately go to nastiness such as this. When we don't do this in the ISUPK, it's not how we get down. It's against the laws of God for a woman to touch another woman in any type of fashion for any doggone reason, other than her helping the sister get up off the ground or something because she fell. So she has to grab her arm and her hand to help pick her up. Something of that nature. Or she just gave her a hug. Hey, sis, how you doing? So that we had one of our cookouts or something. They greet each other and they give each other a hug and say, hey, shalom. And that's it. Other than that, no. We don't do that in the ISUPK. It's not allowed here. But they do. You know where they do it at? Oh, they do it in that church. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. That's where they do it at, in the Christian church. And here it is. This man, this pastor, has more videos of him and his filth and his nastiness than he does of him doing any work of the Lord, doing anything for the people, preaching any sermons. He got more of this nasty shit that he put out there. I don't even see how the people missed it. I don't see how the members did not see this. It was out there. How could you miss it? This is insane.
Balance that with having an affair with her husband.
It was very hard. She, like, we started off, she had approached me to invite me to lunch. It came out of nowhere, and I didn't know like what was really going on, because by this time Brodus had been talking about us being sister wives. And so when she asked me, I was a little confused, because I'm like, okay, has he talked to her about it? But she never said anything about our relationship. Even when we began to play tennis, it was her who initiated it. So it was uncomfortable for me, but we were friendly. And it was hard, but I still did it because I wasn't going to tell her, because I love Brodus.
When Brodus told you that he wouldn't walk you outside, he said, Tab will do it. How did that make you feel?
Rejected. Unworthy.
Excuse me, sir, how old?
Stupid. I was so stupid. And it hurt so bad.
Were you angry or were you hurt?
I was hurt.
Were you thinking clearly when you pulled the trigger?
No.
Were you reacting to that situation?
Yes.
Was that a traumatic situation for you too, in retrospect?
Oh, yes. I hate what happened. I'm so very sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I've spent most of my life helping. I never would intentionally try to hurt anybody.
Did you ever plan?
Never.
When you drove to Memphis, were you driving to Memphis to kill Brodus Perry?
No.
Why did you drive to Memphis?
I drove because I just wanted to see him.
Why?
I wanted him to explain why he did that.
Did you hope he would say, we can be together?
Yes.
Did he give you that hope when you went to the apartment?
He did.
Did he yank that hope away?
He did. As he often did.
Did you break in that moment?
I shattered.
Did you ever intend to hurt Tabitha?
No.
Did you even realize that you had shot her?
No.
That's all I have. Cross-examination.
So, in conclusion, right? And let me get another scripture. I got a couple scriptures that I want to turn around and read real quick. Hold on. Because this was terrible. The sister ended up she was found guilty of all, I think, except for maybe one charge. And she is going to spend a long time in prison. All right, absolute waste of a sister. She could have been something beautiful. She could have been something successful. She could have what they say, she had a whole life ahead of her. She had a whole life ahead of her. You understand? But she blew it and threw it away all on this nasty ass, these thoughts of her own. You understand? These thoughts of this nastiness with this pastor. She threw it all away because of that. You understand? She threw that shit away. All right. So, like I said, let me read these couple of scriptures. Let me get them over here real quick. All right. Now, first in Exodus 20 and 13, it says, "Thou shalt not kill." Now, the Hebrew word is actually murder. Okay. That word is murder. You're not supposed to unalive people for just because now killing, there's a time and a place for all things, right? And kill being one of them, right? When you turn around and you unalive someone, murder someone, that's a senseless thing that you've done, right? Say, like, for instance, someone owe you some money for some drugs. You can't claim self-defense, or you know what I'm saying, you was mad because he ran off with your pack and didn't pay you or whatever. You have no defense in that. You will fall under that because, number one, you're not supposed to be selling drugs, right? Or using them or whatever, loaning somebody a key or an ounce, and they supposed to bring you back 1,000, 10,000, whatever. You're not supposed to be doing any of that. All right. So that's not an excuse. Okay. And what this sister did was not an excuse, even though he was a nasty bastard, right? That still gave her no reason to unalive the dude. You know what I mean? That she was not supposed to do. Okay. So let me go to Romans 2. Let's get straight on this nastiness. You know what I'm saying? Let's get straight to the nasty. All right. Because this is part of our problem. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, shout out to our beautiful sister Zora. You understand? Married to our brother. You understand? Who's actually an excellent brother. You understand? That brother, boy, he one of the flyers in the Midwest. I got to give it to him. You understand? Her husband is one of the flyers in the Midwest. Okay. Officer Tazan. Okay. That brother, he go hard for this truth. You understand? And that's his real. And like I said, and guess what? We love both of them. And we love the sister. She always on our show. We appreciate you, sis. She always rocking with us. That's it for everybody else that's rocking with us too. You understand? We appreciate everybody. All right. So, but let me get to the nastiness right here. And this is something that your preachers will never break down to you. Like, this guy was responsible for helping fix this woman. You claim to be in the seat of Moses. You claim to be the leader of the people. You claim to be counseling folks. It was your job to turn around and counsel her and fix her. But he didn't. He even told her the reason he was sitting there with his goddamn hands in his coat was because he just wanted to control himself, because he knew he couldn't. He couldn't keep his hands off her. She looked so good. She was so thick and so rich and so chocolate. He just wanted to control himself and be professional. Why aren't you there to help fix the lady's marriage? Why are you there even thinking that garbage? And then the next day, next council, you got them hands out their pocket because you plan on putting them hands somewhere where you know you can. And that was all over that woman. He took full advantage. I believe her. I actually believe her story. Even though he's not here to tell her side, I believe it happened the way she said it. I really do. I don't think that there was nothing that I'm gonna say that she said the word, it was like, oh, she's just lying. The only thing that I really believe that she flopped on, and where I can say, well, she did lie, but she of course don't want to say, what I'm saying, yeah, I went there to unalive him, of course, because she's trying to get less time. I'm sure her attorneys is advising her to say this instead of saying that. So, but when she turned around and said that she wanted to unalive herself in front of him, that part I don't believe. That's the only thing that I don't believe that this woman said. Everything else is absolutely believable. I believe this woman's entire story, from even the thrusting in her mouth, the unpleasurable sex, the slapping her upside her head, the why you ain't telling me your schedule, to he asked me to get a watcher. I didn't want to do it, but I was gonna do it anyway to make him happy. I believe everything this sister said. I believe it. And then guess what? This is what the Bible says. This is what Romans 1:25 says right here. It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. The creature is talking about so-called white man. That's who the creature is, which is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's who you actually worship and you serve. That pastor, that brother definitely served the creature more than the creator, because the creature is the one that gives you the green light, gives you the license in the past to, commit such nastiness and such filth. He does. He tells you, hey, man, it's an alternative lifestyle. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? That's what the devil would tell you. Right? But the Most High, if you serve the Creator said never to partake in such nastiness, never to do such evil things. He never gave us license to sin, as the Bible says. All right. So then it says, for this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. So because you listen to the creature that changed the truth of God and turned it into a lie and said that you can do all things, you can do whatever you want. Nobody can, like for instance, say for instance, if you turn around and you met a woman today, you had sex with her tonight, and then you threw her away the next day. You can do that in this country and nobody can say anything to you. Nobody can say anything to you. They can't arrest you. They can't stone you. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing to you for you committing sin. Right? But the Most High does not give you a pass for that. The Most High expects for us to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what he expects. Right? That's what's required out of us, is to keep all of his laws. Okay? So for this cause, by you worshiping the creature rather than the creator, God gave you up to vile affections. And what is vile affection? Wicked and nasty shit. That's what it is. Vile is wicked and nasty affections. The things that you think is okay. Like, for instance, the pastor thought, you know what? I don't have me a threesome. God gave him up to his affections. His affections was the end to him. God damn. All you wanted was two nasty women in the bed with you. But then instead, you got several slugs. You got hit with some hot iron. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, man. You understand? Then it says, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Here you go. You got these Christian men that take their women. I don't know why you would want your woman to get in the bed with anybody other than you. I will never understand that. I got a saying that I say all the time, boy, you better not lay a finger on my butterfinger. Now one of them, I don't give a damn who you is. You better not touch mine. You understand? I don't play that. That's disgusting anyway for a man to want anybody else. I don't care if it's another man, I don't care if it's a woman, to turn around and touch your woman. That's crazy. And I would never turn around and ask my woman to do such a thing. I would never engage in such a filthy and disgusting act. You know what I mean? Because it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's a sin. God hates it. And the thing that you are going to do to this woman because of her nastiness, you're gonna be like the sister the story was about, Latasha Daniels. She's gonna say, "We taking this to our grave." When guess what? Like I said, just don't have no secrets. Don't have no secrets to take to your grave. But that they're not trying to do. All right. So then these women did what's against nature, and what's against nature is for a woman to be with a man, right? That's doing. I'm sorry. That's what you was intended for. When it comes to sex, your body was made for a man, not for a woman. All right, not for you to engage, and not for another man to have if you got one. If you got a man, your body was made. That's his. That's his body. It belongs to him, and you are not to give that to anyone else. All right. So then it says, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another. Men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. So basically, what this is saying is, whatever happened to you behind this is what you absolutely deserve. This is what you get. You ever heard somebody say that? Hey, what happened to you, dog? Oh shit, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's basically what that means when it says the recompense, right, of their error, which was meet. The recompense is the repayment for an act, right? That's what that is. So you do something, what they say, every action causes a reaction, right? So when you turn around and you do something filthy and disgusting, like try to set up a threesome with your wife and your side chick and another chick, and you want to, what do you call it? He wanted to be in an unethical monogamous relationship, whatever silly shit he made up, whatever stupidness you could think of. If you wanted to have sex, the pastor should have picked a woman. And yes, he can have 2 or 3 or more if he wants, but just not together. You know, you can have 2 women, one live over here, the other live over there. You can go over her house how many times you want. You can go over her house how many times you want. But not trying to bring them together. That's unlawful. Okay. So then let me see. Let me get this last couple of scriptures and then we're gonna get out of here. All right. So something else that the sister that I didn't get the chance to play was the sister admitted to having depression and suicidal ideation, right? And of course, you know what depression is. She's sad, and, you know what I'm saying, really don't feel any worth and this and that. She's always down, stuff like that, right? She has suffered from that from her childhood, from her trauma that happened to her as a child. I'm sure she turned around and went through some horrible things as a kid. You could tell it was her, wasn't it? She didn't absolutely say it on this video, but I know it's there. It all started when she was a kid. Then when she grew up, got into these relationships, started getting her heart broke, it spiraled down from there, started getting even worse from there. Okay? Snowball effect. As a child, the ball was rolling, and then when she became an adult, it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? So, let me get the other scripture. Suicidal ideation is when you not necessarily mean that you want to kill yourself or unalive yourself, but it's that you have that you're preoccupied with death like all the time. You got death on your mind. It could be yourself or it could be someone else. And in her suicidal ideation, I could believe it may have came across her mind when the brother was making her feel so bad. You understand? To where she did maybe want to unalive herself. But ultimately, the other side kicked in. You understand? The other side kicked in and she took him out instead. All right. So that was horror in the church, man. That's horrible. That was horrible. All right. So make sure y'all stay tuned in to each and every last show and every last class that we have. You understand? If you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians ever plan on getting it right, get in the ISUPK under Commandant General YAHANNA. This type of thing just happened in the fake Israelite church. To where now nobody got unalive. It could have came to that. It could have came to that because the husband found out. The husband found out about it and he went, oh, man turned around. The woman go to the man for counsel thinking that he in the truth and he know what he talking about. And he turned around and he was trying to get with her and all this mess been going on for 2 and 3 weeks now. You understand? We keep telling you, if you're not in the ISUPK under Commander General YAHANNA, you're not in the truth. You should not be counseling anyone. You should not be trying to teach anyone. You should have a muzzle over your motherfucking mouth and be quiet. That's what you should have. You understand? A muzzle over your goddamn mouth. And you shouldn't be telling nobody shit. Because guess what that brother that they went to did? Was trying to sleep with that man's woman. The same way this pastor did. And look at what happened to him. He lost his life for being a sexual deviant, for being a nasty bastard. You lost your life for being a nasty bastard when you could have had another woman if that's what you wanted. But no, you wanted to go a little further with that. You had to sleep with another woman that you counseling. And I still don't understand that. How in the hell do you want to skeet where another man is skeeting at? I would never understand that. Oh my God. It's disgusting and it's terrible and it's absolutely horror in the church, man. So tune in to our classes. You know what I'm saying? Go to ISUPK.com. You can tune in to all the classes, all the shows. You understand? Make sure y'all tune in this week for our classes and our shows. Don't forget what's coming up on Wednesday, ST.LOUIS Connect podcast with me and myself, and Officer, and I said me and myself. I'm tripping. With myself and Officer Aisha Allah, man. You understand? Going down Wednesday. It's gonna be another good one, I'm telling you. So tune in, everybody. With that, shalom, Israel.